Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are back with another figure unboxing video, and today we are taking a look at the, technically Ichiban Kuji, but since it's an overseas one, technically not, Ichiban Kuji S Cultures X Tag Team Dragon Ball Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. That is a mouthful and a half. Now, when this line originally came out, I wasn't planning on getting this Vegeta figure here. Just because I was like, oh, it's just another Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta figure. I don't really need him. But I actually did get the chance to see this guy in person before I went ahead and bought him. You can see I've been sitting on him for a little bit. There's some dust on the box. But what do you call it? I did get this guy in store, actually, from Box Lunch. I've talked about Box Lunch before. They're a really cool store. They sell some Dragon Ball figures. They sell some other really cool Dragon Ball merch. And they donate some of the proceeds to giving kids lunches, which is really cool. But the reason why I got this guy from them was because they were having a little dealio with a sale, basically, where if you got two things, you could get it for cheaper than normal. So I'm sure you saw the price tag on the back there was something like 40 bucks, which this guy is definitely not a $40 figure. But I got it for a lot cheaper than that because of the sale that they had going on, and it was a little while ago, so I don't particularly remember what exactly the sale was, but I believe I got him for around like 32, 35 bucks, something like that. And that's usually the price of Ichiban Kuji figures. So I was like, hey, why not? Sounds good to me. So again, this guy, I know I hate when they do this, when they put the tape on the tab. It's so annoying. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Well, either way, this guy was part of the S Cultures tag team line, which, if I do recall, we have opened up some figures from it before. But either way, though, it was a pretty solid line. Again, I wasn't initially going to get this guy. This tape is so annoying. Hold on, let me, what do you call it? Cut this off screen. But again, like I said, the reason why I did get it was because I saw it in person, and I was like, wow, that's actually a really good figure. And funny enough, I don't have too many. I think I have a couple of them now. There we go. Finally got the tape off. I have a couple of them now. But I don't have too many Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta figures. I actually don't have too many Super Saiyan Vegeta figures either. I need to fix that at some point. But nonetheless, the reason why I got this guy, funny enough, was because when I saw him initially, there we go. Tab was really difficult. I kind of thought that he was a Super Saiyan Blue Evolution figure, but that is definitely not the case. I think the reason why I thought that more so was because of the eyes and not necessarily the hair color. And that is part of the reason I got this figure. I know it sounds kind of funny, like, oh, Vegeta's beautiful eyes. But the eyes on this figure are really cool. I will say, it is a bit silly. I know they need to keep the Ichiban Kuji packaging consistent, but this figure is pretty small. And look at all of this wasted space in this box, like, completely unnecessary. It could be saving the planet out here, you know, Bandai helping us survive a couple more years, but they're like, nah, let's just fill our boxes with air. They're like chips at this point. Alright, so Vegeta is all put together. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Had to do it. Alright, let's get the standout. One thing I do like about this guy as well that we can kind of already see is that his stand is pretty small, which is very, very nice for us, because then that means it doesn't take a lot of space on the shelf. We can see there, it says Bandai Spirits, made in China. You can see my camera there, hello, and the name of the line and all that other stuff. So he is one piece. As you can see, he is a relatively small figure, but that's not really a problem. They did, of course, protect the head. Good job, Bandai. Very, very happy when they do that. Let's go ahead and slip him on out. So yeah, again, very, very small. Oh yeah, I forgot about the battle damage, which is also a really cool thing. So let's go ahead and give you a face reveal. Bam! Very nice. So as you can see, I think you can kind of tell why I decided on the eyes for this figure being really cool. I don't know, they just did a really good job with like the little white spot and like the perfect circle of those beautiful Super Saiyan blue eyes. We also got the little bit of battle damage here on the armor, which is a really nice touch, because they could have just made it a normal armor Vegeta figure, but they didn't have to. The paint job is alright. There's a little bit of like blue that's kind of coming onto the figure there, or coming onto the armor rather, but it almost kind of makes it look like shading. Like there's some very nice shading in the arm here. There we go. Some very nice shading in the arm here. Very, very cool. Very nice muscle definition, all that. Very just, it's a pretty basic blue Vegeta figure, you know. Not every figure that we unbox is going to be like, oh my gosh, you know, but I do like this guy a lot. I think the expression is pretty good as well. There's a little bit something about it. Seems like just the hair tiny bit off. I can't put my finger on it. I do like the hair sculpt, though I will admit these spikes seem kind of far from the middle bit. I don't know what it is about it, but I do like the lines in there and like how it's a little bit more of a darker Super Saiyan Blue kind of vibe going on, rather than, you know, sometimes we get that like really sort of a little bit ugly kind of blue. Alright, so let's just slip him on here. Very nice fit. And again, since he's not too big of a figure, it is just a very nice little base that he kind of works on, and that angle is actually very perfect for the camera. Too bad it's not going to focus. I thought I put autofocus on, did I not? Or, oh, I see, my camera just doesn't like autofocus. Well, either way, a very decent Vegeta figure. I do think that he will maybe not compare as well with some other figures just because of his small stature. But he'll obviously compare with other figures in the line, which I'll put on the screen right now. But to give you a couple of comparisons, we do have the Banpresto World Figure Coliseum Saiyan Armor Vegeta, and already you can see, besides like the Saiyan armor part, right, my man is a lot bigger. Let me actually pan up a little bit here. My man is like a lot bigger than the, really, camera? You gonna do me like that, bro? There we go, that's fine. As you can see, he is a lot bigger just in terms of like body than the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta here. But definitely not a bad size. And then to kind of give you a little bit of an even bigger perspective, this is the original Super Saiyan Blue for Gogeta, excuse the dust that he's on there. He's been sitting on the shelf for a little while. I still think this is one of the best Gogeta Blue figures on the market right now, but look at the size of these two lads next to each other, right? My man is minuscule compared to this Gogeta here. Overall, though, I would say it's a pretty solid Vegeta figure. If you're looking for something small, this is perfect for you. I will say, as much as some of Bandai's Ichiban Kuji figures are pretty good, like I'd say this is a pretty good Vegeta. I don't have too many issues with it, because sometimes I open one and I'm like, ugh! But this one's pretty good, right? I will say for $35, right, it is a little bit pricey, because that's the normal price of Kuji figures. It is a little bit pricey for the size, right? Like this guy, when I got him initially, granted, I got him on eBay, so that's a little bit unfair, but he was like 30 bucks. And that Vegeta that I showed you a couple seconds ago, that is even bigger, right? The Saiyan Armor Vegeta was like 20 bucks. So I don't know. It's kind of just what you want to make of it. Of course, I will leave some links in the description below where you can pick up this Vegeta if you would like to. Again, if you like a solid Vegeta figure, a little bit of a smaller one, definitely not a bad pickup. I feel like this would be a pretty good figure if you're able to get two boys of kind of the same stature of this Super Saiyan Blue. It would be a good figure to display with a blue Vegito, because it would be just kind of a nice pose to have next to it. But either way, though, that is going to do it for today's unboxing. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was a little bit of a shorter one, but obviously since he's all put together, and you know, what's to say about him is kind of just very simple, right? It's a pretty good Vegeta figure, right? Is basically what I'm trying to say. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Did I almost say Demi Lovato? Definitely let me know what you think of this guy in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good 2 out. Peace.